Chapter 37. Rimuru Pav. Currently, I am sitting in my room, pondering what I should do next. The first thing I am planning to do is to go and rescue two of my subordinates who will arrive in the material world tomorrow. One is a bee-type insect. I believe she is a wasp, and in the future, she will become very strong. Strong enough to evolve into a true demon lord. The second is a beetle insect, and he will also evolve in the future. He is an insect, and in the future, he will become strong, very, very strong. Strong enough that there is a possibility he might rival Diablo. However, there are very low chances of that happening. Even though he becomes strong, he couldn't surpass Diablo in experience and skills. Diablo is a primordial demon who has lived since the dawn of creation. Because of this, he has accumulated a vast amount of experience. For Zejin to surpass him in experience is almost, if not completely, impossible. Diablo always tries to learn new things and new magic spells. He frequently fights with Guy and others. He is always with me, learning new fighting techniques from me. Additionally, Seal gives him tips from time to time on how he can improve. That's why it's impossible for Zejin to surpass him in experience. He may surpass him in terms of existence value. Yet, existence value alone doesn't determine a person's strength. Guys, this is my personal opinion. Even in Volume 21, Zejin has an existence value of 68M, but he is still not stronger than Diablo. That's because Diablo has more experience than Zejin. In Tensura, it's stated that existence value doesn't determine their strength. For example, Rimuru. Even in his true dragon release state, Rimuru is as strong as true dragons. This is either due to his skill or because of Seal. Whatever the reason, it's a fact that existence value doesn't determine their strength. Well, I will know in the future how strong he will become anyway, so I think there is not any point in thinking about this. Also, I am planning to go there tomorrow, but today I have a very important thing to do. And that is, today I am planning to ask Shizu for marriage. We have been in a romantic relationship for more than 10 years, and now, today, I am planning to ask her for marriage. I am sure that she will agree to marriage, but still, I am nervous. Ah, man, why am I being nervous? Didn't I am the supreme deity? Then how the heck I am nervous? I wasn't nervous when I asked Seal for marriage, then why? Greater than Seal, help me. Less than don't worry, master, you got this. Go for it, greater than thanks, Seal, I needed that. Less than you are welcome, master. Greater than, now that I have regained some of my confidence back, I should go and ask Shizu. Third person Pav. After gathering courage, Rimuru stepped out of his room and made his way to the garden to see Shizu. As he entered the garden, he saw Shizu there, engaged in a duel with Veldora. The sight of Shizu's graceful movements as she sparred with Veldora captivated his eyes. Soon entranced by her, Rimuru found himself lost in admiration and started to stare at her, momentarily forgetting the purpose of his visit. However, both Shizu and Veldora soon became aware of Rimuru's presence. Stopping their duel, they turned their attention towards him and approached him with curiosity. With their duel stopped and their shifted attention now on him, Rimuru snapped back to reality, mentally preparing himself for what he was going to do. Kuhahahahaha, Rimuru, so you have decided to come here and watch my duel with Shizu. Veldora exclaimed as he approached Rimuru, putting his hand around his shoulder. Well, actually, there is a different reason behind my coming here, Rimuru replied to Veldora, all the while never stopping to look towards Shizu. Oh, I see. I just remembered that I have important work with Ramirez, and I also have some work with Milam too, so I will be taking my leave now, Veldora said, starting to leave. Veldora knew that Rimuru was planning to ask Shizu for marriage because Rimuru himself had told him a few days ago. After seeing Rimuru's reaction, Veldora understood that it was time for his brother to take a big step. That's why Veldora decided to take his leave to give them some privacy. Even though Veldora often acts like a child and fools around, while being his usual self which is acting like an idiot, but underneath that behavior, he is a mature person who always thinks before acting. Now, he understood the importance of giving them some privacy, and that's why he left them. But before leaving, he didn't forget to encourage Rimuru. Go for it, buddy. I know that you will succeed in what you are going to do. Veldora exclaimed loudly before leaving. And in the end, he still acted like an idiot. Well, these things are normal for him. Despite Veldora's encouraging words, Rimuru couldn't help but shake his head at his friend's usual antics. You idiot lizard, Rimuru muttered under his breath, a mix of fond exasperation, amusement, and frustration. Haha, you know he's an idiot, right? So don't think too much about what he said, Rimuru said, laughing awkwardly. But Shizu didn't buy what Rimuru said. Instead, her gaze fixed on Rimuru with a thoughtful expression. Sigh, I guess now that Veldora has opened his mouth, I should also tell you, Rimuru said, sighing in defeat. Yes, Shizu gave her short answer, her demeanor calm but attentive, indicating her readiness to listen. After hearing Shizu's reply, Rimuru started to head towards the part of the garden where flowers are present. These flowers were brought here from all over the Tensura world by Seal to create a perfect flower garden for them. Behind Rimuru, Shizu also followed him. Upon entering the flower garden, Rimuru selected some of the most beautiful flowers, which are Shizu's favorites. After gathering the flowers, he gestured for Shizu to come in front of him, and she complied with him. As Shizu stood in front of Rimuru, he looked at her with eyes full of love. Shizu, there are a few things that I would like to tell you before the main event, Rimuru said, slowly kneeling in front of her. Yes, go ahead, Shizu responded with a gentle smile, her heart fluttering with anticipation as she finally grasped what was happening and what Rimuru was thinking. Well, you know, Shizu, before you came into my life, I had relationships with multiple women like Seal, Vels, Grind, and Chloe. But, you know, I always felt like I was missing something, Rimuru declared, his gaze unwavering as he poured his heart out. And what is it? Shizu asked, her voice barely above a whisper. Now she understood what Rimuru was planning to do, and after comprehending it, her eyes were also filled with the love she had for him. It's you. You are the missing piece of my life. Since you came into my life, everything has felt whole. You complete me in a way I never knew was possible, Rimuru spoke softly, his eyes reflecting the depth of his love for Shizu. After we started our journey together, our bond deepened into a beautiful relationship. We shared countless experiences, creating precious memories that I will cherish for all eternity, he continued, his voice filled with warmth and affection. As we stayed together, I realized that I want to continue making memories with you by my side until the end. Your presence brings joy to every moment, and I can't imagine my life without you, Rimuru expressed, his words carrying the weight of his devotion and love for her. I want to be with you. Forever. So let's spend the rest of our lives together, Rimuru said, pausing once again. After saying that, he stopped and brought a box from his imaginary space, opening it. It is a box of rings, or wedding rings to be more precise. Inside the box are a pair of meticulously crafted wedding rings, each symbolizing the essence of Rimuru and Shizu's bond. The first ring, a bluish silver-colored band with subtle streaks of black, is crowned with a radiant golden diamond. This ring represents Rimuru. The bluish-silver hue represents his bluish-silver hairs, while the intricate black hue mixed in represents his nothingness. The golden diamond atop the ring reflects his captivating golden eyes. The second ring features a warm reddish gold hue adorned with delicate black lines encircling its band, and a blackish-colored diamond on top. This ring represents Shizu. The black-colored lines represent her black hair, and the reddish-golden color signifies her fiery golden flames, which also have some red tint in them. The blackish diamond atop the ring symbolizes the depth and allure of her enchanting black eyes. Together, these rings serve as tangible symbols of Rimuru and Shizu's deep connection and commitment to each other, each element thoughtfully chosen to reflect their individuality and the depth of their love. Even though my love for Seal is greater than anyone else's, and it is absolute, no one will come closer to it, not even in the future, still, I love you with the bottom of my heart, and that is the truth. So, will you do me the honor of becoming my wife? Shizu Izawa, I ask you here, will you marry me and be my second wife? Rimuru finally asked her. Upon hearing Rimuru's heartfelt words, tears of joy welled up in Shizu's eyes. This moment was one she had awaited all her life. Deep down, she had known that this day would come. During her first conversation with Seal, she had confided in her that Rimuru was already in love with her and would soon confess his feelings. She even hinted that one day, Rimuru would propose marriage to her. And now, that long-awaited moment had arrived. In front of her stood Rimuru, asking her for marriage, to be his wife, and it filled her with indescribable happiness. Right now she is the happiest person in the world. When Rimuru admitted that he loved Seal more than anyone, including her, it didn't make her jealous or resentful. She had long accepted the depth of their bond. Their love was absolute and unchanging, and it made her admire their relationship deeply. She understood that Rimuru and Seal had been together since the beginning of their lives, loving each other unconditionally. Shizu had accepted this truth long ago, and Rimuru's declaration only reaffirmed her acceptance. It didn't affect her in the slightest. After hearing what Rimuru said, she also gathered her courage because she is going to accept it, as she wants to marry him. She knew that there are still 3 women besides Seal who want to marry Rimuru, and she also knew that one day Rimuru is going to ask them for marriage too. But she is also okay with it. Gathering her courage, she decided to express her acceptance not with words, but with a tender gesture. With a gentle smile, she leaned in, bringing her lips closer to his, closing the gap between them. In that moment, as their lips met, they shared a kiss brimming with affection and devotion, a kiss full of love. There is no lust in it, only love. It was a kiss filled with the depth of their love, a love that transcended words and surpassed any doubts or uncertainties. It was a kiss that spoke volumes, conveying their unbreakable bond and unwavering commitment to each other. I love you, Rimuru. I love you from the bottom of my heart. I also want to marry you, so make me yours, Shizu confessed, her voice filled with sincerity and affection, after their tender yet long kiss. After hearing this, tears of joy welled up in Rimuru's eyes. Without wasting any time, he placed one ring on Shizu's ring finger, and Shizu reciprocated by placing a ring on Rimuru's finger beside the one already adorned with Ciel's ring. Her wedding ring is beside Ciel's ring, symbolizing its significance as the second ring. After exchanging rings, Rimuru stood up and looked at her, his heart filled with love and gratitude. As of this moment, you are no longer Shizu Izawa. From now on, you will be known as Shizu Tempest, the embodiment of flames, the Flame Empress, my second wife. Second wife of Rimuru Tempest, the embodiment of nothingness, the ruler of void. Rimuru declared. Just as he said that, Shizu's body started to glow. Ah, shit, here we go again. Confirmed, changing name from Shizu Izawa to Shizu Tempest. Successful. The true hero, the true spirit, Shizu Tempest, has been given the title by the supreme deity, the embodiment of nothingness, the ruler of void, which is the embodiment of flames, the Flame Empress. The voice of the world echoed in Shizu's mind, a voice also heard by 2 more individuals, Rimuru and Seal. Guys, only Seal is the one who is known as the wife of supreme deity, or the queen of all existence, or the mother of all existence creation, and no one else gets this title. Not even Shizu, his second wife, and not even his other wives that will come in the future. Because there will be only one person who could have this title, and that is Seal. Because Shizu evolved into a true spirit, she is now something akin to a monster with the essence of a divine human. Due to this transformation, it became possible to name her, or in this case, rename her. And just like that, the new name, Shizu Tempest, became engraved on her soul, along with the title, the embodiment of flames, the Flame Empress. Additionally, her power increased slightly. It's not much because she had already reached her maximum potential. She can't get any stronger than this unless a certain supreme deity wills it. But with this increase in power, if she were to go all out without holding back, she might be able to defeat Romulus. However, the chances of that happening are lower than 47%. Additionally, the length of her hair increased, now reaching a little more than her lower back. Her facial features sharpened, and her beauty increased. Now, she is more beautiful than anyone, second only to Seal in all of existence. I, the true spirit, the embodiment of flames, the Flame Empress, Shizu Tempest. I am the second wife of Rimuru, Rimuru Tempest, the embodiment of nothingness, the ruler of void. I will forever remain by your side, Rimuru, as your second wife. So please take care of me, Shizu said after the light died down. It will be my pleasure. Some part is skipped here. Yeah, me too, Seal agreed with her. Well, I think it's time to go, I said to them as I prepared to leave. I should take Veldora too because he is going to be Veldora's disciple in the future, so why not take Veldora with me to save him? Can I come too? Shizu asked after drying her hair. Yeah, why not? I agreed, seeing no harm in bringing her with us. And by the way, Seal had just returned to my soul. Okay, let's go, I said as we started to head out. Just wait, Zejin and Apito, I am coming to save you. To be continued.